Again, I still feel like something's missing.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Welcome.
To everyone that says I'm on crack, I am.
Yeah. Is this guy just on gear? Yes. Yes. He is. He actually like.
Wait, bro. Hold on. Wait, what do you say it?
Yeah, just before the podcast, Rash is like out in the hallway. Just like.
Oh, bro, can we just stop, bro? Please, man. Fuck, I'm sweating.
You do just move heaps. You move. You're like.
Yeah,
constantly.
but it's because I've probably got fucking what's it called?
I don't know. One of the problems.
Yeah,
Or
it's
just
ADHD or something.
One of the issues.
I'm one of the HDs. I'm definitely in high definition.
I ain't in standard definition. I'm in high def.
I'm in high demand.
I'm a high definition type of dude.
To be honest, I am in high demand right now. So,
Why?
haven't you seen my TikTok?
No.
I'm also in high demand. They're all. I'd guess like. I'd put myself in terms of like fighters, like professional fighters. I put myself like second in like the most demanded at the moment.
Oh,
like
yeah.
the first fight is the whole like Jake Paul and Ben Askren fight.
Okay,
that's the most demanded.
That's the most in demand.
And then the second
you're
in
next.
most demand is me and the giraffe.
Oh yeah, it's coming.
Because all these people, all these mans.
All these man's
Hey,
yapping.
look, no,
All these
hold up,
man's
man.
Yapping.
They don't know where I'm from, bruv. They know I'm from the roads, bruv. Like, I'll make that giraffe, I'm not even going to say it, bruv. Like, because, you know what? Like, I got respect for my opponent. Like, that giraffe's not bad,
No, you gotta chat bare shit to a giraffe.
No, fuck that giraffe, yeah? Fuck that lanky bastard. I'll fuck you up, yeah?
Talk shit about his
Nah.
wife. His wife's like,
yeah, I'll
his wife's
fuck
like
you
a
3. I fucked his wife. Oh, wait. Fuck.
That'd be pretty mad.
I think they call me a zoophil, which is even worse.
Isn't
That's a zoophil. That's someone that fucks animals.
Yeah,
It's called a
It's
zoophil.
like bestiality is the term, and then
Someone is a zoophil.
zoophil. That's kind of a strange term.
I mean, zoo
Yeah, I get, but zoos aren't like.
full of animals.
No, they are, but it's not
Zoos
just. They're not just animals though, sort of thing. I guess it is like kind of
What?
Well, there's other shit. At zoos.
Oh, like you don't know counting reptilians.
No, I'm talking about like there's like a zoo is kind of just like an activity, It's like saying like, yeah, I want to fuck a roller coaster. I'm a fucking
Yeah, but I think they based it on the fact
I'm a
that
themophile because I'm a theme park.
do you know where look, this is just a rough estimate. This is a very rough estimate, like a very rough one. But I'm guessing the reason the name came up was they probably found some guy fucking shit in the zoo.
Yeah, you reckon some of those zookeepers are like
bro, busting.
Yeah, because
nuts.
what's the reason to want to be a zookeeper? Like, what's the reason you?
I love animals.
Yeah, a bit too much maybe.
Mate.
Mate, I'm not thinking about that. You're
mate, gonna have to stay late in the gorilla reserve.
You're getting a bit too close to those orangutans over there. I see you. Haven't your last 3 girlfriends been ginger? What's going on here?
No. My last 3 girlfriends have been gorillas though.
Jeremy's got a type, he's into those type of
Man's
girls.
into those, yeah.
Like those hairy gingers that are like just hairy all over. Like he loves those type of girls. And like the orangutan.
She just doesn't have a grip like a gorilla.
She can't go rough enough. She can't go rough. That's all I want. Anyway, welcome to episode 26.
Welcome to episode 26.
Where we talk shit for probably an hour.
Before we go into anything funny or anything like that, previous episode I came in praying for DMX, hoping that he would recover. Sadly, DMX has passed away, also known as Earl Simmons. Very prominent figure in the rap community. If you didn't know, I think most people do. But yeah, it was actually very painful. It was one of those things. Just like, it's funny how the last time I felt this sort of pain for a famous person dying was the other X.
Yeah.
Like XXX Tentacion.
Yeah.
The
Spanish master.
Tentacion. No, but he says it's Tentacion because it's Latin.
Kind of actually more French.
Tentacion.
He'd be huge in France.
But yeah, the last time I felt very hurt. Like obviously when Kobe died, but I wasn't never that deeply into basketball as I was into these 2 specific artists. Anyways, just wanted to give out prayers to his family, to him. I know he's up there in heaven, probably partying up now, enjoying his life, seeing people that he's missed. But
50's young.
50 is young.
I didn't think he was that young as well. I thought he was older than that. I thought
he's had a very rough life. He's lived through a lot.
I also feel like it was just like he must have been young when he came up, like because I'm thinking like how long has he been on the scene?
No, not that young. He was early on the scene. He was like 16, 17, something like that.
So he was,
But he actually blew up a bit later. So
okay.
Him and Jay-Z blew up around the same time. They're about similar age. So around their, I'd say late 20s is when they're both really, really like blew.
Which I think is pretty normal.
Yeah. But yeah, I just wanted to give a shout out to anyone dealing with any sort of addiction or anything going out like that. Just take care of yourself. Just
addiction's rough.
Yeah,
it's like
the weird thing is like people.
Straightforward thing.
Yeah, the thing is like people. It depends on like like you could blame someone and be like, oh, you put this onto yourself. In his case, he was spiked the blunt that he had when he was like, I don't even know how young. I'm pretty sure it was like less than 10 years old. But the
blunt he was making at 10 years old got spiked.
Which is still fucked.
Yeah.
But in that environment, it was normal. In a lot of environments, it's normal. I don't think it's that abnormal. Like weed, at least, is that not that abnormal at a young age? But someone spiked it with crack,
I still don't think it's
with crack cocaine. No, it's not.
Like,
but someone spiked it with crack cocaine, and since that day, he was addicted. And he went through many phases where he was sober and then he wasn't. He had a lot of jail time that he did. He just had a very, very hard life. And in some way, I'm happy for his passing. Don't take that out of context. I just mean that in terms of just, he was one of those people that just seemed to suffer openly. And I hope that suffering is ended for him. And I hope that anyone that's dealing with addiction, in his case, I don't think he committed suicide or was planning to, overdose. I think it just happened. I'm pretty sure he was sober for quite a while and then he went back. So it was like a relapse. And it's kind of like Amy Winehouse kind of went out that way as well. She just relapsed after being sober for a long time and it hit them a lot harder.
Yeah, because you've been like sober for ages, it might just go, your tolerance is back.
Well, not only your tolerance, I'm pretty sure it has something to do with it. Like,
yeah, I'm not.
Your body reacts in a very weird way.
Yeah, R.I.P. to Mr. X.
Yeah. DMX, shout out to the dog. Woo woo.
Yeah, I've never really been into his music.
I love his music.
I'm not like I've never.
Even from as a kid, I didn't know that I loved his songs, but like I did. And then when I got older, I realized, oh, okay, that's that guy that like would like when Party Up came on, like boom, 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 and I just jump up.
Yeah, you're a dog. Like you're like this is your cocaine that just gets you on gear and you just fucking love
this
it.
is my gear. Like, this is my
again
addiction.
Before the podcast. He's like normally he just like slams on DMX and starts just shaking his head. He starts like he actually turns into a dog and he starts just running around. Yeah, it's fairly. It is.
I used to be able to do that so well, like to the point where you actually sound like a dog. Because back in my village, all us younger boys used to just do it. Like I don't know what it was. It was just like a thing that everyone.
That was just something you did.
Like I don't.
Fair enough.
Who knows? We were just dogs, I guess.
It's a dog-eat-dog world. It's a dog-eat-dog world.
It is.
This week's been like a weird week. I don't know. Like I feel like it kind of flew by. Like I don't know about you, but like my week's just kind of like because like I don't know. We just came out of Easter. Easter's such a weird time for me.
Yeah.
It's just like everyone like because you got those hardcore guys that are like kind of like will celebrate any reason to celebrate. It's a reason to celebrate.
And mate, if they got beers in the fridge and we're celebrating, fuck.
And I'm just like, what are we celebrating here? Like, what's going on? But hey, I'll take the full fucking like the weekend and shit. It's a great time.
You're strange to me. Okay, this is a question that I'd like to understand. Okay, so there's Easter Friday, right? Is that a public holiday?
You're asking the wrong dude. Wait, I have no idea about this shit.
But this doesn't make sense. Wait, hold up. So I'm pretty sure
Easter's on Sunday.
Sorry, Easter Friday you don't work, or I didn't work, which I was supposed to, but the store wasn't open. Yeah. Okay. So, and then there's Easter, which was on Sunday, but you worked and you didn't get paid double.
Really?
No, well, I didn't at least.
Uh-huh.
And then Easter Monday, which I'm guessing it's celebrating when Jesus woke up. The next day or something. I honestly don't test me on
Jesus is awake, bruv. Hey guys,
yo,
we're gonna call this Easter Monday.
No, they did. They they put like a zoot over his head and he could smell it, and he's like, it's like, whoa, what is that? What is that? Imagine Jesus.
Jesus is actually addicted to drugs. Drug addict Jesus.
No, he got up like after like a big like fucking coke binge. Like,
yeah, he's just had a huge fucking bender for a week, and he's just like, lads, I needed a 3-day rest. Like,
boys, come on,
leave me alone. Right, I can't.
Just close this fucking boulder, and let me just shut up.
Fucking make your own wine for
I'm hungover.
3 days. Could you get your own bread, get your own fish for 3 fucking days? Could you do that, please?
Oh, that's probably what it was.
He was just sick and tired of everyone's bullshit.
His body.
He was tired of making fish.
So our bodies are 70% water, right? Or 80, something like that. And he can turn water into wine. So what if he accidentally turned his body into wine?
And he's just...
And then...
fully faded. He's just like...
And so it wasn't actually the cross. The whole cross thing was just kind of maybe a metaphor or something. Like he was crossed. Like maybe that was their way of saying like drunk. He was crossed.
Oh, he was crossed. Bro.
They hung him there.
He was so crossed.
They hung him there for days.
Did you see Jesus last night? He was crossed as fuck, dude.
Like, then we started using crossed.
Yeah.
Bring it back.
But like,
make
low-key,
cross popular.
like, all the Christians are gonna go ape shit at us.
Oh, bro. Well, I am Christian.
Oh, yeah, same.
No, not.
No.
Oh
well.
How dare you?
But yeah, Easter's fucking retarded, and it's just I don't get it.
No, Easter's not retarded. I just don't get the holidays around it, and why the Friday is a public holiday, but Easter isn't. Isn't this supposed to be the holiday because this is the day that everyone celebrates? So aren't you supposed to be like, hey, take the day off work, buddy?
Isn't apparently as well? Only really the UK and Australia have like this whole Easter bunny kind of thing. And Easter egg hunts. Apparently, America is not like a thing.
Oh, real?
Yeah, I think I could be wrong. I don't know, but like that's also kind of just weird that we're just like, okay, we'll celebrate it by fucking bunny coming around.
Okay, you
hiding
see,
some chocos
with the whole
around the
bunny,
place.
with the whole bunny and like for example the Santa Claus thing, those things were apparently invented in order to basically capitalize on the holidays, in like. monetize it, commercialize it, be able to be like, oh, okay, you know, there was apparently a guy, for example, I don't know about the Easter bunny and how that, but there was definitely a guy back in the day called Saint Nicholas that used to actually go around a specific town and give presents to the children on the day of.
Oh, he's a pedophile for sure.
So all I'm saying is,
all those kids.
All I'm saying is, I'm pretty sure it was like his full name was Chris Nicholas D'Elia. I'm joking. I'm only kidding. I love you, Chris. You know what? I'll be honest. I'll come out in the open and say I did watch a bit of Chris D'Elia's podcast, and I know people were supposed to cancel him, but I still find
he's back. He's back at full force. Everyone's forgiven him.
Yeah. Well, you should see the comment section. Chris is uncancelable. Thank God Chris is back, and he's got more views than ever.
Yeah, no, it's as much as it is. At the end of the day, all publicity is good publicity.
See, it depends on how you react when you get cancelled.
Yeah.
If you react in a extremely in a very combative and a way where you're very much opposing like the whole place, like. Depending on like what you're getting cancelled for.
Look at like Jake Paul.
I mean, yeah, he got cancelled for what he did.
No, he just constantly just like everyone hates him. Nobody likes the dude. All right, but like if you actually listen, like
he's monetized off.
But no, but he doesn't. He like you can clearly see like the thing that baffles me about that man is so you can so clearly see he's a businessman at the end of the day.
Yeah,
because he was actually on True Geordie's podcast ahead of the Ben Askren fight next
Did
week.
you see Ben Askren was also on Logan Paul's podcast?
Yeah.
Finally.
And which makes sense. I reckon they're two pretty
Yeah, I
decent
think.
crossovers.
Yeah.
I thought it was quite good.
Bro, it's like DC and
But,
Marvel, bro.
Yeah, they crossed. Spider-Man. What the fuck's he doing here?
True Jordan and Logan Paul. Batman and
'Cause they're like good
Superman.
friends, and like I
Yeah,
don't know.
Batman and Superman.
Yeah, but like I was like, because the way he actually like True Geordie was talking to him, he actually wasn't like living into this like ego like that he normally does, or this character that he plays, and he was actually just answering questions normally. And
That's
like,
what I'm saying.
you can tell. No, but you can tell that everything he does, he doesn't
orchestrated.
really actually care about entertaining. He doesn't actually care about doing all this thing. He doesn't care about the legacy he leaves, because like realistically, he would care, like he wouldn't do the things he did. He wouldn't want to be looked at the way he does, because he even said like all of the negativity fuels him.
Yeah.
So it's like, he's just going to make more money, which, okay, cool.
Yeah.
But it's just like, I look at that and I'm like, I wouldn't want to live life that way at the end of the day.
Yeah, because I don't know how much that money.
The money's not important to me. Like, I don't
because
think, you know?
Look, it will get to a point where you no longer are making money because people have just been like, oh, fuck him, he's too old now. And once you walk down the street, people spit at you.
Yeah, I also do wonder how they're going to, like, the pools, how they're going to age is interesting to me.
Logan, I don't think will age that badly because
Logan's really liked now. Like, Logan's like...
Yeah, well, see, that's
like,
what... Because he went from... He's like, okay, this character shit ain't working anymore.
Yeah.
And then he started his podcast. He's still a bit of a clown in some sense, but...
I think
that's
he does. He was
purposes.
on. He had a WWE appearance. Like,
it was at WrestleMania. Yeah,
was that WrestleMania? Was that WrestleMania? Okay.
Recently, yeah.
Yeah. I saw
2-3 days.
Yeah,
ago.
it was. I know WrestleMania was over the weekend, but I didn't know that was on WrestleMania.
Yeah.
On the show.
It's huge.
Yeah, he's
that bag, boy.
He's full on like changed. I'm pretty sure a lot of people in America like love him now, and like it's like full on change. But
Look,
Jake's a bit more still. I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah, Jake seems like the younger brother that's taking it a bit too far.
Yeah, I like that's the one thing I did like that Ben Askren like kind of said in the interview, like Logan never beat you the fuck up like as a kid, and then Jake was kind of like,
yeah, how awkward he got in that moment was just telling.
Because it was like, and because he just shut up and he hadn't shut up. You could tell. Like,
good one.
You could actually tell Ben.
Yeah,
like he actually like heard him.
Yeah, he got beat.
Yeah, and then he's just like, shit, like that. Yeah, he probably did.
Yeah, and he was like, you're just in your brother's shadow.
Yeah,
which might not be fully true, but it probably rips his ego.
Yeah, it does, but it's like it also doesn't. It doesn't matter at the end of the day, realistically. But
I think when you you have an older brother and you've always competed with him,
it would be shit. Hey, like
that's what I'm saying.
Because Jake is just like the worst version.
Okay, just imagine like
a little bit shorter,
tomorrow,
a little bit weaker.
Tomorrow, someone comes up to you and goes, "You're just in your sister's shadow."
Yeah, like no,
and even if it might not be true, it was still like.
And she's just
grind your ego a little bit.
She's just better than me at everything, just by a little bit.
Yeah,
and I'm like, come on.
And that's the thing. See,
give me something.
That I think that's the other thing that eats away at his ego is fair enough if like Logan was a YouTuber and then Jake was like a
sports star.
A sports star.
Yeah.
And Logan was bigger and then if they weren't in the same arena in some sense, if they weren't battling with egos, then I don't think he'd care as much. But the fact that they're basically doing like they kind of had the same road, like, and he has followed in his brother's footsteps.
Yeah.
First Vine, then onto like YouTube. and sort of the same videos.
Yeah, they would make the same videos.
And then the rap shit.
Yeah.
And then the boxing.
And then the boxing Jake just takes more seriously because he saw like Logan didn't. So I think
honestly think,
Jake's
I'll be honest,
way more seriously.
Well, not only that, I think Jake is technically better.
Well, yeah, I think he puts in more work. He puts in more work.
No.
But you can't say
work.
No, but I think if Logan put in the effort that Jake does.
No, I don't think it's just work.
Do you know like who he's training with? He's like training with killers.
I know.
Whereas Logan was killing with like working out with like fucking what's his name?
Come on, champ.
Yeah, that.
Come on, champ.
Like, so it's just like it was. I think there's different levels. And I think Logan.
At the end I'm not basing it on that. I'm not basing it on that technicality. I'm basing it on like when he was in the ring.
Pins and needles on my foot.
Oh jeez.
Sucks.
You're gonna have to cut it off, bro. When Jake was fighting, you could tell that he was much more composed than Logan was.
Yeah, I think Logan looked like he was scared to lose a bit. Like, you know, he was a bit tentative to like actually.
Yeah, well, it doesn't say he was in the fight. He wasn't in the fight, and like in the videos that I saw before in the training, his like form was very good. It was very clean. But in the fight, it was just go all over the place.
I think it
with
was just
KSI.
tentative, but yeah, I don't know. Who knows? It's interesting. It's like, is this Saturday? I think the Jake Paul Ben Askren.
Apparently, there's actual good fighters on the undercard, like actual championship level people. I can look into it.
Bro, all I actually care about is the YouTube versus TikTok fucking.
Oh yeah, when is that?
That I have no idea. I see a lot of shit on that on like coming up on like just everything, and it's kind of just lame. I understand.
It'll be funny to watch.
I don't think
it'll be
will.
funny to watch.
I don't think it will.
It'll be a flop to watch, but it'll be funny. It'll be just the funny thing is, it'll just be some random guy that has nothing to do with sport.
It's gonna be similar to the first like boxing. Out. No, it's gonna be similar to the first boxing thing.
Okay, here we go.
On see, I don't look, honestly, and I won't lie, but Frank Mir's on it. That's who's.
He's fighting an actual. He's fighting an actual boxer.
Okay, interesting.
That's interesting, Frank Mir.
Yeah, but I still like.
Isn't that a YouTuber?
No idea. No. Oh, no, it's Raycon. That's the guy. That's the artist. He has the earphones. Raycon earphones.
Oh, I thought he looked familiar.
Yeah, he does. He has all. He's the one that pays all the. Apparently, those earphones, by the way, are dog shit.
He's versing a guy that's.
I take back what I said. He might. Okay. They're not dog shit. But
he's versing a guy that's 8-0.
Joe Fournier.
And he's 0-0.
And not a boxer by the seams of things.
That isn't. I mean, look. How much money would you get knocked out for? That's a good question.
Knocked out. How much would I get knocked out?
Because getting into a boxing fight.
Is it just like?
No, you're getting knocked out. You're getting slept. Like, no, it's not a TKO. It's a fucking like just a.
Yeah, no, but like, is it just like
savagery?
Like, is it in a fight or is it like just someone's gonna like?
No. It's like a actual formal
but
fight
I'm gonna
like
get
that. You get the bag. But that's what I'm saying. Like,
I'll probably do it for like a. I'd do it for a swift like. Hold that. It's just.
The thing is,
I'm going low.
The problem is
going low. No,
man. But look,
like 200k fucking changed my life to get knocked out.
It is. Yeah. It is.
Like that's a lot of money.
But on TV,
I don't give.
I don't know.
Nah, because like
they won't let you down on that one. Because especially if you don't have a fight ever again, you are not living that down. That's why plenty of those guys that get knocked out try to have another fight again, because it's. Like
I don't think I care too much about that. I don't think I care too much about that.
Yeah. I don't think you do at the moment, but in the situation...
I think I'd be fine personally. Like, what? Like,
oh, you got knocked out.
Yeah, like, but like, who's gonna tell me that? Like, you know,
plenty of people.
Yeah, no, but like, who are they?
No one, right? And you got the money, so you don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
but it's still like, I don't know. There's like,
look, I personally am secure enough to say that I do not get like. It's like I don't care. Like, if,
I don't think it's that bad getting knocked out. I just think it's bad getting knocked out, as in like. That damage is just irreversible sometimes.
Yeah, that's what I'm more scared about. Is more so the damage.
Depending on the knockout, because like some knockouts, some knockouts ruin people's like brain function.
That's what I would be more scared about. And like, I've never been knocked out, so it's like, what could happen?
I'm pretty sure I was knocked out once at training.
Oh, I've had concussion. Really,
I think I could have. I think I just was like I blacked out for a second. I don't think I was knocked out. I think I was just. I got a knee.
What's like
I got
concussion?
a knee.
So it's like I guess you. I don't know.
A concussion is more of just like a hit, and then your brain just feels scrambled.
Yeah, okay.
My brain didn't feel scrambled. I just fell to the floor for a second, and I got back up.
By the way, did you clean the camera?
No, but it looks clean.
Okay, good. Yeah, I'm just gonna say, if we have another smudgy episode, I'm not gonna be.
Fuck,
dude. I'm not gonna be pleased with you.
Yeah. Do you want to go check and see if it looks?
Not really,
because I don't have good eyes to recognize whether.
You're a pain in the ass.
Why, bro? You asked. You brought up like a.
Oh yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, see, cool.
It is fine. Anyway, moving on.
Speaking of a weird week, so I went shopping to get us some new stands because someone in the comments, was raging about us not having stands and holding our mics.
He cares so much.
And we planned to do this a long time ago. We finally got the stands, but then we came here and we couldn't put them on the table because this table is like curved a little bit on the edges and the clamp can't hold on like that. So to the guy that's commenting the thing, we did get him, mate. We can't set him up yet. While I was there, I get out the JB Hi-Fi. I sit in my car. And I'll be honest, look, this car's getting a bit old. Things are breaking in it, but it's not that old to the point where it's like collapsing. And this instant was a very weird situation where I'm almost thinking like, fuck knows what happened. It doesn't make no sense to me. I sit in my car. I turn my car on. As I turn my car on, I just see like that. Not a because that sounds like a bomb. I mean, like
there was a bomb in his
and then
backseat.
I look to the side, and it's my handle, and it's doing this. Like my handle is going in and out like that, while my unlocking thing is going. I'm like, and so in my head, okay, ready, hold up. In my head, I'm like, the only way to stop it is to hold the handle. As soon as I touch the handle, it stopped the variation from doing that. But because the thing was still going on, it just snapped. And so the part of the handle snapped out. And so the handle's broken. The thing stopped unclicking and clicking. But then, from then on, now I have to exit my car. Every time I'm leaving my car, I have to jump over into the fucking passenger seat and get out that way. And it's so funny. Whenever I get out like a petrol station or a place, people look at me so weird, like, what the fuck is he doing? And I'm going to just be like, oh, it's just a door. Yeah, it's just
I've
a door.
I've had the same issue. I've had the same issue before when like one time when I was working my old job, a lady like reversed into my car and she like moved the whole back panel. So like the back panel moved forward, and then I think it might have been a 2-door, it might have been a 4, but like it just pushed everything forward.
Yep.
So like my door couldn't open.
Yeah.
So I had the same problem.
Yeah.
Where I had to like climb over and then look like a fucking idiot.
Look, I can get inside the car through that handle. I can get inside through the driver's seat, but I can't get out of it because the handle's broken inside. Then I was legitimately on this stupid fucking day, I was legitimately about to go to the fucking mechanic or the door guy, whatever the fuck it is. There's a specific guy for the door because the mechanic couldn't do it. So I'm about to go to this guy. I get home. Before I go, I go inside my room, blah, 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 all cool, open the door, chill. I grab my keys for the house and I'm looking for my car keys. I'm like, where are my car keys? And I'm like, oh, okay, surely I just dropped it somewhere. I look around so at this point of time, I came to the house. I was in there for 10 minutes. I only went into 3 rooms. I wore the same shorts. I didn't take them off. I must have had my keys in there or something. I don't know. I had only one bag. I checked the bag. Couldn't find the keys anywhere. So I'm like, fuck, I must have dropped them in the car or something.
Yeah.
So I go to the car, and the only way for me to get inside the car is to unlock it, fucking by doing that shit, opening the door and then clicking through on the button, whatever. But in this case, I couldn't unlock it because there's no key in the ignition, so the battery thing won't unlock the door because it's got some sort of protective child lock. My car has a natural protective child lock, which I can't turn off for some reason.
It's because you're a child.
It's because I'm a child.
Your mum put it on.
Yeah, no, my mum's like, all right, I don't want him getting out the car while he's driving. He's retired.
He might just jump.
He's so suicidal. I need to put that shit on.
You just need to be a car man. This is your problem.
Bro, hold up. No, I'll end the story. I'll end the story with my new job proposition. So I can't get into this car now at all. So I call up the guys who open my car, and my mom was like, it's all right, whatever, like, you were going to fix that other thing, but this will only cost you another $50, $100. I'm like, yeah. But I was like already pissed because I was
that's like a lot of money to you.
Well, yeah, exactly, because all I had was $100 to fix the other part of the car, which was on the same side, actually. And then I call up. In the first place I call up, they go, we can do it for $400. I'm like, what? $400? I go, oh, like, how much is the unlocking and the key? They go, oh, no, the unlocking is free if you get a key. But the key is around $300, so it all amounts to $400. Because, like, they're counting it as, like, it's free. But it's really not free since they're fucking...
Yeah.
So, this motherfucking key cost me $400 fucking dollars. And you know another thing is, I booked the fucking appointment. They tell me, they're like, we don't have anyone available till legit today. They said, We don't have anyone available till the PM. PM. 8 in the morning as I'm about to go to uni. Hey, mate. Yeah, just calling up. I'm 10 minutes away. Who's this? Oh, I'm the guy that's going to change your key. Oh, okay. Yeah, no worries. See ya. PM. It's fucking 8, bro. There's another 4 hours to the motherfucking PM. What? And so this guy rocks up, changes it. I open the car. I don't find my other keys. So now I've only got one pair of keys, which costs more than like whatever I wear most of the time. So fucking $400 keys. What?
Just wear it as a chain.
What? Yeah. Well, I mean, I won't lose it that way.
Yeah.
Fuck sakes.
Bro, you're looking fucking iced out today. Yeah,
it's my new key.
It's my $400
It's my key chain.
It's my $400 chain.
Anyways, so I've decided
bit of string.
I've decided that I'm gonna become a fucking locksmith and start my own fucking private business. Cause
Just for car
motherfucker,
keys.
dude, think about it. You know what the guy did today? Do you know what the guy did today? Rocks up, tries to open my door first with this thing where he puts it in, he blows it up, he opens the door, and then he did the same thing. He had this little grabbing machine where he tried to flick open the door. He couldn't because the thing was locked. It was a child lock thing. So he's like, okay, don't worry, man. I'm just going to have to make you a new key. He gets into the back of his van. There's this whole fucking setup thing. He sends a code to this guy. The guy sends him a code back how to make the key. The machine makes the key. And then all he has to do is put this like fucking... All he has to do is like put this like little machine over my steering wheel, connect it into the steering thing, connect to where the key is, formulate it differently. So now the key is different. So you can't use the old key. So if I was to find the old key, I still can't use it. I have to go to them, and he's like, "Yeah, we can change it for you for about $100." I was like, "Oh, fucking yeah, I'm just gonna give you more fucking money." So, which legitimately, 10-15 minutes of work, which to me didn't seem like work because the machine was doing the work.
Yeah.
I don't think he gets the $400. Obviously, it goes to the place.
The business will.
But motherfucker.
Yeah, that's a lot. That you got gypped. Surely it's
not only that, think about the fact
we're gonna have car guys
how
commenting, like,
many people either lock their keys, lose their keys.
Yeah,
dude.
Smart people have. I mean, I have multiple keys.
Well, when they sold me the car, they only gave me one key.
Yeah, okay.
So they never gave me a spare key.
Yeah.
So, and I never in my head thought, okay, if I could lose my house keys, like it is what it is, and that doesn't cost much to replace. And I never thought I'd lose my car keys. But I guess fucking...
You never thought.
Yes,
So then my only question, right, like, so where did you lose where...
I don't... It has to be in the house.
Because, that's what I'm saying.
Other way.
Because surely you arrived at the house. Your keys are in the ignition.
Yes.
And then you've taken them out.
Yes.
Put them in your pockets.
Or in my bag or something.
And then they've somehow, like, vanished.
Magically vanished. I'll tell you a funny story. This is why I think... Look, my mum, one time when I was like 13, 14, I lost my glasses inside the house.
Yeah.
And this is way easier to find or spot than keys because these are big glasses, right? I lost them. My mum's going off, blah, blah, blah. She goes, it has to be somewhere in the house. How could you lose them? Because I was like, because after 2-3 hours of searching, I was like, I give up. She's like, how can you give up? It has to be in the house.
I would give up after 2 hours. I'd be like, Mum, can you do something for me?
Dude. She's like, blah, blah, blah. Give it 3-4 months later. We're moving from the house. We've moved everything in the house. Every possible thing. We've looked through everything. The glasses aren't there. I go to my mum. I told you. The house eats shit. She goes, oh my God, you're being childish. I was like, no. Motherfucker, I swear to God, it's happened twice now. First, the house has eaten my glasses in Lansdale. Then this house has eaten my keys. What the fuck is this? What are these houses? Fuck, you know what? Australia's... Oh, I'm so tired.
It was the spiders. The spiders came. It was all the spiders. They came and fucking...
Yeah, just took it.
This man's going to pay $400. This man's... Yeah, no, I reckon you got fucked. There's going to be car guys in our comments being like, oh, I could have done that $15, bro.
Bro, you should have went to this guy and fucking drew the up. He only does keys for $100. Too late.
I know a guy, bro. I would have. I would have.
No, actually, the thing is, I'm not an idiot. I called 3-4 places.
Yeah.
The least expensive one was the $400 one.
Yeah.
This other guy was like, yeah, only 500. When he said only 500, I was gonna be like, only? You want to pay for me? Only?
Oh yeah, it's just pocket change.
Only 500, bro. Yeah, because you fucking cunts are making fucking $500 every 5 minutes from cunts losing their keys. I bet. You know what things? I bet. You know what? Look, I'm not gonna blame the guy, but I mean, look, when he unlocked my car, I wasn't there. I was inside the house making myself coffee.
So he probably found your keys.
Probably found my key, pocketed it. He's like, oh,
yeah, mate.
We're getting another $100. But yeah, so I mean, within a week, my door handle broke on that side, and then I lost the key. So
yeah, I went through car problems similar to you.
Problems are so.
Oh, dude, I went to hell. I'm not a car dude, and I hate it. Dude, my car blew up on the fucking middle of the freeway.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Yeah, that was such a shit day. Do you know how sunburnt I got from that day as well? They fucking took so long for a fucking tow truck to come along.
Bro.
It took. I see tow trucks all the time, but on this day when I needed it, fuck off.
When the world needed it most.
Do you know what's funny as well? I had a job interview that day, which I actually ended up calling off.
Oh.
And like, because I got a job beforehand, so like I was like, oh no, I think it might even be in the case where I just didn't want that job, so I actually ended up just canceling it and being like,
that's
no.
Okay then.
But I was just like, imagine if I actually had to go there.
Yeah.
In that morning, and I was just like, and it was just, and I think I remember like I think I was going to like give someone something back, and then I was in the middle. Essentially, I got caught I got caught 30 minutes away from my house with no car. And I'm like, I called up my mom. I'm like, yo, I'm just stuck in the middle of here. And like, I'm like, how far away? And she's just like, well, what are you going to do? Like, I'm at work. Like, and I was like, oh, fucking like, what can I do?
Nothing.
So it's just, I've got no money on me.
Yeah.
I've got my phone.
Yeah.
And like, my phone was dying as well.
Oh.
And I was like, what the fuck? So I had to go to Pool Mart. There was this place which might give away where it is in Perth, but there was a Pool Mart, and I had to ask the lady, "Hey, can I do you have a phone charger or something that I can charge my phone?" So I had to charge my phone, so then I could call my mum back again. And because I didn't have, I don't think I had any money in my bank account. I was like, "Mum, can you call me an Uber?" And like, I'll transfer you the money, or do like I don't actually realize why I couldn't call the Uber, or. It's because my Uber account wasn't set up with my card.
Oh.
So I had to be like, Mum, can you download
and your
Uber?
phone was dying, so
call me an Uber. And then like, it was like one of the most like annoying days ever. And I was just like, eventually I got home and I was just like, and I left my car in, actually before I did it actually as well, I was just like, well, what am I going to do with this fucking car?
Yeah.
Like, it's in the middle of this car park in a Pool Mart. And I was just like, and she was like, maybe just like before you do anything, like call a scrap guy and come and see what someone will take it. And I ended up getting like $400 for my car because I was like, well, I can't just leave it here. So I was just like, it's like, I think I may even have left it there like overnight. Okay. And like in just this car park, and then came back the next day and was just like, "Yo, man,
you could do that." That's
and like, I sold it for like $400.
Especially a shitty car, no one's gonna try.
Yeah, and honestly, I probably got more money than I could have got.
Then you could have got
because the engine blown. Like there was nothing really worth it in there. But and it was like a Hyundai.
Your car was old, so like you're lucky that you got $400.
Yeah, dude, I think I lied. I think I gypped him over the phone because like he was asking me about the car. And he's like, yeah, I'll give you like $500 for it. And I was like, oh, yeah, cool. And he got there and he's like, oh shit, this ain't worth $500. So he's like, well, would you be able to do like $300? I was like, I'll meet you $400. And then he's like, yeah, cool. And I remember I was like, yeah, fucking, that wasn't worth $400 to me anyway. And that like actually helped. I had $400 cash then. Yeah. That was kind of cool. But yeah, fuck cars, man. I've had so many issues with them. I also just don't care to look after them.
Yeah, me neither. And the other thing is, with car problems, it's always like one thing goes, and then within the 1 or 2 weeks, another thing goes.
Look, I'm just not the type of person to make car noises. Like, you ain't finding me in the back of the class going vroom, 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 like those dudes making their car noises. I'm like, dude, like I mean, this is quite literally a machine. Like this is a machine. I understand you like it, which is cool. Like you can have hobbies, but you don't hear me making sounds of a football. You don't hear me making sounds of fucking...
Look, I'm not going to say anything because I'm a sound effect person, so...
Yeah, but like, would you sit in...
I make sound effects of everything.
You sit in the back of the car...
I've done it before.
Class and make car noises?
I have made car noises as a joke, yes.
You're a terrible human being. You're a terrible human being, and I despise you for that.
Yeah, it is what it is. I mean, look, everyone hated the devil, and he's not that bad.
Yeah, no, he's alright. He's alright.
He's not that bad. No, I'm kidding. I'm only kidding. Well,
He's an alright. He's an alright fella.
Okay. This is crazy. So, Elon Musk recently tweeted.
Big boy Elon.
First off, he tweeted. He's like, our monkeys will be the first. Our monkeys will be the first on Twitch and Discord.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
Because the reason he's saying this is because he's developed something called Neuralink. If you guys don't know about it, this Neuralink thing is a specific chip that will be able to kind of produce electromagnetic fucking waves inside your brain that will be able to, for example, people that are paraplegic and stuff. He supposedly said that they'll be able to walk. Other things like people will be able to communicate to each other. This is the craziest one. People will be able to communicate to each other through their minds.
Yeah, that's kind of interesting.
And then when he said the monkeys,
do you reckon you'd be able to do that through video?
Crazy.
Like, so if I've got Neuralink and somebody else like watching has it, do you reckon I'd be able to communicate to them through video? Or would it only be like in a vicinity?
I wouldn't know.
Yeah, that would be interesting. I could just tap into anyone. I can just tap into John from Brazil, and like, and John's like, "What's up, bro?" And I'm
possibly.
Wagwan.
Yeah, possibly.
I don't think there's many Johns in Brazil though.
I don't know. Nah, there is.
Johns.
Nah, there's Johns.
Oscar Del Holla, maybe, but like
no there's
John.
John.
Yeah, no, John's quite like
John.
No, John is like some of them just have like whole English names. His name would actually just be John though. Like that'd be his full name.
Yeah.
Like Fred.
Yeah. Fred.
Yeah,
there you go. Why would there
his
not
full
be
name?
John?
I think his full name's actually something crazy.
No, yeah, it's not. It's like Fred, like fucking who knows?
Yeah.
Flintstone or something.
Yeah, something crazy. But yeah, no, that's crazy. I'd love to see the first monkey on Twitch.
No, it just as much as it's crazy, it's scary, bro.
Yeah,
like I'm happy for the evolution of humans. The fact that people that are paraplegic were able to, people that are blind were able to see again.
Yeah, look, I think it needs to stop there. I think it just needs to.
But
stop.
it won't. That's the thing.
Yeah, I know. But
the advancement of science. It's like when the guy that created the gas that they used to kill the people in the concentration camps.
Yeah.
Well, he didn't make that for that. He made it for plants.
Just once it gets in the
he made it for plants.
Yes, once
right.
It gets in the wrong hands. Yeah,
exactly. Or for example, like cell phones weren't supposed to be for the public. They were used for army communication, and then they eventually developed.
Yeah, I know.
Or like Facebook. Facebook wasn't originally set out to be like this world domineering thing. It was for people that were uni students that needed to contact. Hey, my style. You cannot defeat my style.
You cannot block me.
We're just making South Park references. Sorry,
yeah,
guys.
No, it's yeah, I think it's like.
I think it's a beautiful thing in terms of like it's gonna save a lot of lives. It's gonna, not only that, it's like we are already going like this in terms of like our development.
Crazy.
Once the Neuralink shit goes, it's gonna go.
It's getting
like
crazy.
that. It's gonna go.
Yeah.
Because if we are able to speak through our minds, there won't be any sort of blockage. Or you know how when you think of something in your mind, it's a lot more fluent than when you speak it out. Yeah, and you have to go through years and years of either learning words or learning how to express yourself properly or whatever, and still you won't be able to express as well as you would hear it or see it in your mind.
You probably be able to understand people better.
So much.
Like,
but
language will change.
Oh man, look, I think it's, like I said, I think it's a beautiful thing for the positive things that are going to happen, but there's going to be so much negative from this.
I think it's just like, it's going to be a new world that we're going to have to adapt to. Simple as that. Like, I think the world's forever going to be like this.
Shit,
it's like, it's always going to.
We're going to be Android boys.
Yeah, I am an Android boy. I'm just an Android boy.
No, I'm an Apple boy.
You get the Apple version.
Yeah, just you're the app.
You know that will happen though. Like Tesla will come out with it. Like he'll come out with Neuralink, and then it will be like Apple Link, and then there'll be like Google Link.
Probably, yeah.
Google comes second because Google will be like, Google literally will just.
Well,
buy
Google
one.
was already close.
Google will buy one and literally copy the fucking engineering and
Google
be like, there we go, there it is, with a bit better of a battery life, which it probably doesn't actually have a better battery life. It probably dies within a couple of years. Then you have to buy a new one, the new Neuralink, because
Let me just say this: in 50 years, the next generation is going to be so strange because there's CRISPR, which is a tool that is able to change DNA before you're born. And then the second is the Neuralink. So not only are you being like genetically enhanced, you'll be born and then they put the Neuralink straight away. So instead of you being an adult and then getting Neuralink, you'll adapt with the Neuralink, just like kids that were born in the internet age that just straight away, like, you know how like intelligent adults when the internet came, they were so confused. But then you gave it to like a 1-2 year old child and you eventually figured it out.
Yeah, like you look at like like I can't remember who I remember listening to.
The expansion of their minds is going to be so.
Do you know some like kids understand like trading and like cryptocurrencies a lot better, literally because of like games like Roblox, than like a lot of like older dudes.
Right.
Just because like they have like, I'm pretty sure it has like a trading system in there.
Yeah.
And like they understand it way better than a lot of
they understand how it works.
These old dudes that are like, what? You have money NFT? Why would you buy this? And then like you got a kid that's just like, yeah, like, you know, we trade it and he owns a bit, I own a bit, he owns a bit.
What's your opinion on NFTs, and do you reckon they'll remain and start taking over, or do you think people like, there's plenty of people that are predicting that it's going to be a short-term thing and it's going to crash and it's going to lose its value? But they said the same thing about cryptocurrency.
I think it's stupid, but like I think it's just a trading method, and like I think realistically it's just going to be a way for people to gain or lose money. Like,
right, but do you think the system is a broken system that won't last, or do you think?
Well, it's realistically all it's going to cause is just more inflation of money, and like there's more and more of that going around because cryptocurrency is the same thing.
I just think it's a positive thing because the artists will get upfront payments and continual payments, residuals like from other people buying it. I think that's very respectable. I think that's also going to allow people, just like the Neuralink. I think this advancement into technology, as much as it's going to take away our freedom in some sense, it's also giving us freedom in some sense. It's just the scary thing about getting too involved in like becoming a part of the technology will allow you to be controlled much easier, but it will also give you an access to something that's much more vast, and you have much more knowledge at like this. Like you won't have to Google it. You'll like be like, you have the thought and you'll be like, it's this.
Yeah, and it can be told to you like in real time.
But people are going to be boring.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like we're all going to be more robotic.
One's going to be
there's less personality. There's already less personality because of phones.
There is already less personality.
Like, you know, like there's less individuality in the world because everyone wants to be the same now.
I feel like if it gets to a point, that's why I think the way of an artist is honestly just the best approach for the future that's integrated with technology. Because I think all businessmen and stuff like that will have to eventually integrate the Neuralink.
Probably.
For business sense.
Yeah. Because, it makes money. Like,
while an artist is still using their intuition, is using things that are like I'm guessing the Neuralink will also allow you to tap into your brain deeper, but I don't feel like intuition comes from your brain.
I don't know really, because I just don't know where.
I think intuition comes from the conscious, the soul.
I think it's impossible to tell where
I don't think it is, because I know
where it's going. Like,
where the technology is going. Right, yeah.
You're gonna see the artists who are businessmen at the end of the day first that use it.
No. I totally agree. I'm saying the difference is an artist will be able to choose, while a businessman might not.
Probably, but I don't see any difference in that really, because
I do, because I don't.
It's still going to be. I think it's still just going to be a world taken over. I don't think. I think the problem will be more so is the younger people that want to be a certain way, so that they use Neuralink for their advantage. That's what I think will be the issue. No, it's not going to. I don't think it will be the people in our generation, the generation above us, and maybe the generation below us that grow up naturally. It'll be the generation even after that.
Our kids.
And that grow up with it, and they're like, wow, it's going to be a.
Well, they'll laugh at us when they go. Didn't have Neuralink.
Yeah, and it's already the same. There's apps that are coming out now where kids just even us, we're just what the fuck how does this even work? Sense. And kids are just you see them and they're cracked. like, how do you know? Like, and it's just like what they grow up on. It's just like, kids are getting like iPads from like age like fucking.
Yeah, but see, that's the thing. Look, I'm gonna say this. There's a difference between being intelligent and being smart. You don't get it?
Well, what's the difference?
The difference is intelligence is like you're an intellect. You have all this knowledge. Smart is about your choices.
I mean, if you're intelligent, you're going to make good choices.
Not always. If you're an intelligent person, if you're an intelligent person, you have intellect, you have information in your head, you have all this knowledge, but that doesn't mean you always make the right choice. If you're smart,
wouldn't that be common sense?
I think you
can be intelligent and not have common sense. But smart, I think, is literally just another name for.
Do you think so? Because I feel like smart is like you being like you making the right. To me, being smart is making the right choices. To me, being intelligent is having information.
I get what you mean. Yeah, but like I think smart and intelligent.
Because
I'd say smart probably is in the middle of like common sense. Because common sense, I think, is the decision making thing.
Decision making matrix.
Like, that's like your ability to break down things.
Well, I think common sense is exactly what the first word is. It's common, as in like it's
actually not.
Well, it's not. No, but I'm saying it's like common sense is something that's not really yours or anyone specifically. I think
common sense. Like logic is probably a better word for it. Like
right, reason and logic it comes from like the consciousness, if you understand. Like usually most people have common sense because it's kind of.
They have the ability to
molded into you.
Yeah. I know what you mean. And like,
right.
It's like life experience. Like
And
a lot of things that mold into it.
Like, intelligence is more like acquired.
Because you can be like sheltered from the world in like for your entire life.
Sense.
And and you won't have common sense. I don't think.
No, you will.
No, if you're sheltered for your entire life, but you but you're pushed.
Oh, you read books and shit. Yeah,
you can be incredibly smart.
I thought you meant like, for example,
you won't have much common sense.
What about this case? If you grew up in a forest.
Yeah.
And you have no intellect.
Yeah.
But you have common sense.
You have common sense in a like certain aspect. Like if you chucked him then in the middle of the city and told him how to, build a business from the ground up, he probably wouldn't be able to.
No, but that's
common sense in survival. He'd be able to survive.
You building a business isn't common sense.
But like make a living for himself. If you put him in the middle of the suburbs and told him to look after himself, it'd be a completely different thing to him being.
Well, that person could survive, so that's common sense.
Yeah, no, it depends. Oh, no, but he'd be better off surviving in the forest,
right?
Which is again common sense from him. Like that's common sense. I think is learned by people letting you make mistakes.
I also think sometimes common sense
comes from yourself. Can't be taught. You can't.
Yeah, I think it's growing from experience, but I also think some common sense comes from just generational, just humans. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like. Common sense is like, for example, it's like it's genetically infused things throughout the generations. Like, you know how they say like when you see a bird flying over, you duck naturally. Like there's a scientific thing that I was reading. That was a scientific thing that I was reading. That sounds fucking stupid.
One of these scientific things.
One of these science thingies I was reading. No, they were saying how they were paying attention to children. And obviously children have no idea what the fuck that is. Like, no one's explaining, it's a bird, don't worry, it won't get you.
It's a fucking flying thing.
So if it flies, all these kids duck. All these kids were ducking. So it's like a natural response. Or like, it's a natural response to predators from like when we would just... So I'd say that's common sense.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, and you can name it that because it's common, because like common sense realistically should be common, but it's not. Yeah, I know.
Common sense is the least common thing.
Yeah, which is why it probably doesn't make sense. But
it's like it's an oxymoron.
But that means it's also not common sense though anymore, right? So you then say things like ducking for a bird is common sense, but like you wouldn't say, a decision would be common sense. Because maybe that's more nuanced and more like situational.
Well, that's what I said.
Like,
that's
because I think decision making. I think you learn decision making or to be a good decision maker by people not giving you attention, by being left on your own to be able to make mistakes, and then once you make because you grow from mistakes, and then you learn yourself, which is because that's unfortunately the way it is. Like, and it's unfortunate that people don't realize that like you can sometimes teach someone something, and you could be the most knowledgeable person in a certain field,
right? And they can believe you and listen to you and really actually see you as a mentor.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, they probably won't learn it unless you allow them to like
make the mistake.
Put the dots together. So you can say, well, this is how it works, but that person won't be interested enough until they can say, oh, so that's how it works. And like, there's an art of teaching, or like telling someone, or teaching, but to push them in a certain way so that they put the dots in the right area, and like they're putting the sinks in the hole, like whatever you want to go with. But like that's the best way of teaching, because they actually figure it out for themselves, and they're a lot more encouraged.
Not only that, like for example, I think it's more so even for example, let's say someone tells me, don't go to that house down in that street.
I'm gonna go to that house.
Well, okay, let me just go. Yes, probably.
But no, that's
maybe the first 2 times.
That also is that's a clear example of shit like parenting, in my opinion, because it's like, oh, don't do drugs. Now I'm interested.
Yeah, I think the best way to do it is
you need to explain it to them. You need to talk to them real. You need to be real.
If you do it, just don't be like. If you do it, just don't get addicted.
Well, no,
I think that was the best advice I ever got.
I think you got to tell your kids what it is. See, like for an example, like
it's bad,
but that's the problem, right? So you have a kid, like parents that scare the shit out of your kids, and like then they say, oh, all drugs are gonna do this. They're gonna, they're really bad for you. You're gonna be fucked up. Then your kid, like when you grow up, you're like intrigued because you're like, wait, my mate's smoking weed all the time, and he seems absolutely fine.
He seems fine,
and he actually says it's a really good thing. Maybe I'll do it. And then you do it, and you're like, wait, this is absolutely fine. And then you're like, oh, coke, like that's just another thing. Like, and it's just like no shit. It's because your fucking parents just aren't putting the effort in to say, well, this actually does this does this does this. These are the lines, and this is what will happen to you. They just go, oh, it's bad, it's scary, and just fearmonger you. And it's like you then grow up, and it doesn't work.
It works for some people.
I don't think it does really.
No, it does. It does. Trust me.
Unless you have to scare them enough.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
But that's shit. Like,
that's shit.
Then they're just you don't want to.
You don't want to teach lessons through fear.
Yeah, no, 100%, and it's bullshit.
What I was saying was, if someone was to tell me, don't go to that house at the end of the street, maybe for the first 3 days, I don't go. Right? But if I go on the 4th, I'll learn my lesson. So maybe I was being wise for those 2-3 days, but the only way for me to actually learn the lesson, like you could learn a lesson from someone and not fully take it to heart, or even like be so assured of it. You know what I'm saying?
Until you
like someone could say, like you said, these drugs are horrible. These will ruin your life. And for maybe years and years and years, you'll be okay. You'll stay away from that shit. But eventually, you might do it. And only then when you do it and realize how shit it is, you go, oh, okay, yeah, nah, you're right.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Because you believe the person. Yeah, but it's not like
that's what I'm saying. That's why the best way of teaching isn't by just saying
hitting walls,
is wrong. This
failing.
It's not. You have to make them put the dots together. That's why you have to do it, because if it's your own idea and you figure it out, you're like, oh my god, that's because it's then your opinion, and you're like, oh, I thought of this. Yeah. I am like this. So it's like you gather more.
Another example of why this is such a fucking mix up, it's such a fuck up to do any of that, is because everyone is different. Everyone has a different path. Some mistakes that someone else makes, you might actually never make. You might actually be like, like someone gets a really shitty tattoo of like a girl's name, and then they break up, and then you go in your head, okay, I'm definitely never gonna do that, and I won't. But I might still date a shitty girl like that person did.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, there's aspects where you still might judge of like, okay, I'm definitely never going to do that. But you might make a different mistake. He might have been like, okay, I'm never going to fucking, I don't know, buy her all this expensive stuff. But you end up buying expensive stuff. So it's just like, it's person to person. Also with like things like something that's bad for someone else might not be bad. Like, for example, some people don't like fighting or being combative, and it's very bad for them. Some people love it, and it actually brings something positive out of them. Not saying like fighting on the streets, but like some people do martial arts and go there and they don't enjoy it, and it's not good for them, and it just causes them more pain and fear. While someone goes there and
Some
he opens
people-
them up,
yeah,
brings them
yeah,
courage,
yeah.
provides them with something, or even for me, what martial arts did was, like, obviously the courage aspect and confidence, but the main thing for me was it exercised my demons. Like, I was the most calmest and the least angriest when I did martial arts, because once or twice a week I would go and beat the fuck out of that bag or whoever I was sparring, and I'd go home and, like, no matter what happened around me after the next few days, I would not be fussed, because I just energy can't be destroyed or created. It's just only transferable, and if you transfer it into something positive, there you go.
Deep.
You just got, sometimes you just got to fail yourself.
You know,
and I've learned that I'm one of those people that no matter how, see, this is my problem. I've read so much, I gain so much knowledge from other people. I'm constantly curious. I dwell into things. I try to expand in every way. I'm just a very curious person. And yet, even when I know it's wrong, I just love diving head into problems and issues, because for me, the only way for me to know what the restriction is or where I need to stop is by going too far.
Yeah, okay.
I don't know why. And I don't know why. But look, every time I did, I learnt my lesson very well, and I never repeated it.
Or there's a couple things I could probably bring up that you did continue in the league for a little while.
Right.
That took you a couple of times
look,
to learn. I don't think you're exactly the type of person to learn off your first try.
No, not first try, but first.
I know.
Well, that's still a first try.
No, I still get what you mean. I still get what you mean. Where it's like,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
I know what you mean. Where it's like you like to make the mistakes yourself, so that
So I'm because like I said, people are different. Someone else's limit might not be mine.
Yeah.
Like, let's say you go to the best example, you go to a fucking a fitness place and they go 30-minute workout today, and someone else by 30 minutes is like, whoa. But you're like, no, like, I don't want to do just 30 minutes. Like, I want to do 40 minutes. Like, I'm not done yet.
Yeah.
But they're like, no, it's not good. You know how, like, sometimes there's like those fitness pages that go, oh, more than this is too much. It might be for someone else.
Yeah. It also is like, it
depends on your genetics, just who you are. Just
like, people learn different ways.
Everything.
Like, people, like, what I was going to mention as well, this to move away from this topic, because we mentioned Twitch earlier about monkeys being on Twitch. You won't know. I doubt you know anything about this.
There's already plenty of monkeys on Twitch.
Yeah, there's all these monkeys on Twitch. But there's this guy on Twitch that has been live, and I think today's his last day for a month. He's been live for a month on Twitch, streamed for a month straight.
And he's slept.
He's doing a subathon, and his name's Ludwig, and essentially he set out with the goal.
Like I know who that is.
He's actually, to be fair, he's actually a very entertaining dude. I think
I've heard of him.
He's a similar type of dude to Cody, in my opinion.
Okay,
he's a similar type of dude, but he essentially he set out with the goal where every time he gets a sub, 10 seconds is added to the subathon. So essentially, every time someone subs, he gets 10 seconds added on. And but he set out with the goal of beating Ninja's record of most subs in a month, because obviously then they reset. And I think if he set it at 10 seconds, because if he did the month, he would have been at like 270,000 subs. But he figured it out that it was only 30 days instead of 31. Okay. So he would have been like another 10K off. But he's doing something special on this last day. I think he was sleeping just before we started. By this video goes out, he'll be finished. But because it's like tonight, I think, where it finishes off. But like, he literally he's going to sleep. He sleeps on stream, and then someone else takes over and like watches like shit, or like does a voice, or like while you see him in the background sleeping. He goes to the gym. He works out like on stream. And then does like just 18 hours straight, and like, or like 12 hours.
However
streams.
Long. Yeah.
And like he spends like maybe half an hour a day, or like less sometimes, just like away from camera, like just like talking to his girlfriend, or like making food, or doing whatever he needs to do. And then he's back on camera for a whole month. And they've broken it down in terms of like what he's doing. He's doing a shit ton for charity, like a shit ton of it's going to charity. But
good on him.
He's got like so if he's got like 200, he's gonna have like 270,000 subs. He's gonna make clear of $1 million after Twitch takes their cut of like however much it is. he's even shown it like the
Right,
exact
right,
amount of
yeah,
money
the
he's going to break
statistics and
down.
stuff, such.
So essentially, at the end of the day, he's like earning like I think he earns like a 250k from it in his pocket. Like 280k is going to charity,
Right.
and like there's like his mods are getting paid bank. Like his mods are getting fucking heaps of money. Like he spends 5k a day on mods alone. And so like that's all of his mods. So it's like he's got like
Jesus
he's averaging like 40k
Christ.
viewers, like because he's huge. Like he's
Yeah,
he's a big
and I
streamer
think
anyway.
I think the fact that he's doing something like this, everyone was like, wow.
Yeah, and like he's a funny dude because he went on to Google and like searching like relevancy and like how much people were Googled in a certain day, and he was happy because like he beat like some certain like big YouTubers on one day on like his biggest ever Google day,
Right.
and then he'd like Google like Mr. Beast and like Mr. Beast just like shout on him, and it's like we're like he's like he's actually I was like fair play, and he's like for a fucking month that's like crazy.
That's crazy
to be live and like
did he live while he like busted nut?
I have no idea. Maybe I don't know if he's busting nuts. Or maybe he's not.
Shit,
But,
maybe
like,
he's no nut.
But like like that's just like a lot of streaming. That's a lot of just people in your life and like people watching you. But like fair play to him, I guess. And he's making like $250,000. Like, without sponsorships and so on and so forth, like merch shit going on.
Yeah,
he's gonna hold the record of most Twitch subs ever in a month and beat Ninja, which is kind of like something that you never thought would be possible.
Well, not only that, it also legitimately like just is giving him more and more exposure.
Oh yeah, and you think about it as well, like it also shows light on how big Ninja was for a moment,
Right?
Because
he wasn't streaming.
He was just streaming. Like,
he was streaming daily.
Yeah, he's just streaming 8 hours a day, but he wasn't live going for a subathon, like trying to get people.
But this is before Twitch was huge.
Yeah, and like, but yeah, that makes it even more crazy.
Makes it
even more crazy.
I'd say Ninja made Twitch huge.
It was Fortnite, but like Ninja and Fortnite modded
Well,
at a perfect time.
yeah.
Like Ninja and Fortnite just was like
he was a weird figurehead for a game,
and it made sense. It just made
but
sense.
It made sense because that game was as crazy as him.
Yeah, and it's just like I don't know what he's doing now, but like it just all molded together.
I don't think he fucking gives a shit.
I mean, he must have made so much money. Like he went so mainstream with everything as well.
Yeah.
Like I remember like wasn't he like dancing in like New York for like New Year's or something? And like I remember like he was like doing this like live stream at like New York Square Garden, like the
yeah. I know what you mean.
And like I was like he was like the biggest name in the world for a period.
He was
like he was just
because remember how he was like playing with like Travis Scott, Drake.
Yeah, that Drake stream broke the internet. That was like I think it was like 600,000 people or some shit. In one stream.
Crazy.
And people just like this is like different levels. And
Crazy.
like that broke the internet. And like I remember when I get involved in something live, that's when I know it's big. Because like, I remember even our chat being like, "Yo, Drake's playing with Ninja right now." And and
exactly.
We were all kind of like, "What?"
We all went and checked it out. Same thing when Travis played with him as well.
Yeah, and it was just like mind-boggling, and it's just like it shows how big that is. But yeah, I was shocked by how he's fucking doing it. Like fair play to him. I think it's gonna like, I think people. I mean, it will show people that can do that now. Like there's like weird streams of shit now. Like there's a stream apparently of like a stop sign that gets like 800 viewers like concurrently, and like it's just because it's like a weird stop sign. Like it's a stop sign that no one stops at. So the comments, like every time a car goes past and doesn't stop, the comments are just going wild. Like. And like
that's a pretty fucking good idea.
Yeah, and like it's just literally just outside of some dude's house, and like then you've got viewers of the stream going up to that stop sign and doing shit at the stop sign
because they know where it
is, and it's like
that's pretty funny.
And it's just it's fucking amazing that some dude's just like making bank off like some
just a stop sign. Yeah,
and it's just like
that's genius, bro. See, that's what I'm saying. Like
he literally was probably looking out his window going, no car ever stops at that.
Yeah, I want to record this just as a joke, and he probably started off doing it as for his friends to show his friends.
Yeah,
because I bet you was one of those things where his friends like, nah, bullshit, bro, you're talking shit.
Yeah, and he was just
and he's all, you see,
and then it would
live stream it.
But like like fucking streaming now.
Speaking of things that
levels.
Blowing up, Alibaba, which is the Chinese basically export company, it's sort of like the Chinese Amazon basically.
Yeah.
They were sued by the Chinese government 2.8 billion.
Ooh, it's a hefty chunk.
2.8 billion that's American dollars, which is like much
more
yen in the Chinese.
A lot of yen.
No, isn't yen
I don't know.
Japanese?
I have no idea.
I don't know. Anyways, I'm pretty sure, no, yen is definitely Japanese, but I don't know what the Chinese money is called. Anyways, the reason they were sued is because the Chinese government was unhappy with Alibaba monopolizing on other companies, because obviously the Chinese government is basically a dictatorship under the guise of communism.
Renminbi.
Okay, well,
Apparently.
it was like 20 some.
No, one Chinese yuan. One Chinese yuan.
One. Yeah. Okay. Anyways,
It's worth 20
so
cents.
they were angry at him for monopolizing, even though they basically because like they're like, we rule the country. How dare you?
Yeah.
So we're just gonna like, we can't kill you because you're too much of a prominent figure and you bring money into the Chinese economy, but
You can't take this much control.
yeah, we'll make you
step-
pay.
you
And
step
not only
up
that,
the
but they're like, we'll take your companies that you try to monopolize on, and we'll also take some of your money because you broke the rules, mate.
Yeah, you went a bit too far.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. Like, yeah.
Man, look, all this Neuralink shit is already scary. Imagine what the Chinese are gonna do.
Yeah, Chinese are gonna.
Because they've already, I don't know if
North
it's,
Korea.
hasn't
North
it,
Korea gonna give every one of their dudes.
did it start 2020 or 2022? Their whole surveillance system where it's like it's a credit score system based on how good of a citizen you are everywhere. So while you're at your home, they'll be recording you, measuring you to make sure that you're a good citizen. Basically just making sure that you don't talk shit, and when they want to kill you, they can just deep fake you doing some crazy shit in your house.
Yeah.
And just say, look, he was doing some crazy shit.
Yeah, that's like have you read the book 1984?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's some fucking 1984 shit. That is.
That scared. That book scared the. When I finished that book, I actually finished that book at the end of last year. When I finished that book, I was like, "Holy shit, we're here."
Yeah, like
Isn't it
aspects
just
of it. Aspects of it. Is
Aspects,
like
no, aspects, but it's only getting there closer. and closer.
It's no, but like it's not fueled by hatred like that it is in the book.
Right,
Like,
right.
It's a bit
Well, in
more-
China it is.
Yeah. It's like you can like look at
In
certain
China it
areas,
is because they're like, we're against the world. They all hate us. Blah blah
Here
blah.
it's more so
Especially
like-
now with the whole Corona thing. That was almost like a perfect opportunity. I think it probably was.
Yeah.
I don't really know. It was, you know what it is? It could have been an accident that the thing developed in the lab.
The first.
It could have been either the Chinese, the American, some
but, like,
government.
in the first
someone
in,
fucked.
in the first world, like in like America, UK, Australia, all these countries. All it is dividing people. That's the difference. It's like the division between people instead of the hatred, and like that then.
While in China, they don't need to divide anyone because they have full control over everyone. So it's like it's us.
They're already kind of at that level where like
well,
Big
they
Brother
divided the Chinese from everyone else. Like how they're doing, how they're like murdering like the Muslim people in China currently. Like they're basically like annihilating them right now. And the world can't do. The crazy thing is like
the world can't do anything.
Can't do anything.
What can we do?
Unlike in World War II, like you know, like there was no atomic bombs, so you kind of until later into the war. Yeah. But at this point,
Japan copped
everyone can just be like bleep.
And that just starts a global problem, and like that. So it's like it's kind of like fucked up
that no one can do it. It's a scary stalemate.
Yeah, and it's just like we can't even go in there and heroically rescue people.
Well, the only thing you could really do is if you were to get like secret agents to do like a whole undercover mission to assassinate all the people in the Chinese government, but
it's impossible.
That won't change anything because they've built a system.
Yeah.
Well, not only that,
also you're probably gonna look different.
No, yeah. Well, look, they've right, but they could maybe in America or wherever they bring them, they have people that
you'd have to make Chinese robots. You'd have to make Chinese.
No, you
robots.
wouldn't. You could just get someone that's against their government. That's also just maybe a Chinese person that's just against that. What's going on there.
That's going to be impossible. You've got to infiltrate, get Chinese people, and then conspire them against it. Like,
no. You wouldn't have to infiltrate. I'm saying like if you were to get like a American Chinese person, and then they would.
Do you know how many? Do you know how many?
Right.
People
Okay.
You're
Yeah. I understand.
You're
but
gonna
what
have
I'm
to take
saying
some
is
of the
that is the only way to do it. And even if they were to kill them, they will just use that as propaganda, being like, they're trying to take over, they're trying to take out China, and then someone else will step up and just, because they've, just like the Russians and the Nazis for a while, they created a system where they would either teach their young or enforce them in a way where it's like the next generation is just built for the same sort of hatred and
I can't say it either. Totalitarian.
I know
totalitarianism.
Whatever. You know what? I know the word. I know what it means.
Totalitarian.
I'm right now. I'm not ready for this stuff.
Totalitarianism.
Total drama action.
Total
drama action.
Total big titties. That's what it is.
Yeah,
Move
the Chinese government total big titties.
Fuck the Chinese government. Unless you want to sponsor
we
us
love
and,
you.
I'm gonna move.
We're going well on TikTok. Take that back. Just post this on YouTube. They won't find us on YouTube. Before we go, I just wanted to mention one more thing, since it's kind of on the same sort of case of AI, which it is. Have you heard the Lost Tapes of 27?
I have not.
So, what the 27 Club is a weird club that people over the years created because all of these specific famous artists that were known as very great artists, like examples, Jimi Hendrix, Jim Morrison, Kurt Cobain, Amy Winehouse, a few others. Sorry if I forgot them. And so they all died at 27, and there's big conspiracies because they all died from either suicide or some sort of drug issues. Mm-hmm. And they all died at 27.
I've heard roughly about some of this.
Anyways,
stuff, not much.
There was an AI that obviously just took all of their like archived songs and voices on interviews and such, and it's released a tape online which you can listen to now, which has a song from each artist, I'm pretty sure, from the 27th Club, and it's a full song.
Yeah.
Like an invented one, like it's never been heard. And it sounds so like spot on. Like you can't be like, oh, you know how like it would be like if they were to get like from different
harmonies.
It's so smooth.
And it's all of the people that are like involved and like, oh yeah, that's pretty cool.
It's a dope thing.
Yeah,
but it's just one of those other things where it's so scary because it's like they have the ability to make your voice sound this well. They have the ability to deep fake you. Like, it's just, to me, it just seems like it's going that way. It's just going to the way where it's like if we want to erase you, it's way easier now.
Yo, yeah, like
because back then, if they were to, they can still erase you now, like, and make it seem like a suicide, you know, or whatever. Yeah,
like they would like a casualty.
But at least, at least when they do it from now on, they'll be like, well, we had to erase him.
Yeah.
Like they could legitimately like erase us tomorrow and be like, look, on their podcast, they said that they were fucking supporting some sort of fucking party that's evil, that's trying to take over, and say, look, they're uprising. Look at how many followers they have. They're uprising.
They could upload another podcast
of us
just being deep fake.
Saying
that we're like doing this crazy thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Or that we've just like done a bunch of drugs.
Shit, if you really think about it, we're just giving them so much.
Yeah. Like they could. We've already given them enough.
Oh, we've given them plenty. I've said basically so many words that they could use.
Mash them together and just like put it all together.
Because I've also said like we've mentioned like, for example, the Nazis. They could use that
and for you, you're already all right because like, you know, you're like already buzzing around all the place. Like,
yeah.
So even if your deepfake glitches a bit, everyone will be like, oh yeah, that's
he's just some crack.
That's just him. That's just
no. They're like what? So they're like tracing it back. So he's on meth.
You're actually untraceable because of your weird movements. They're like, dude, we can't deep fake him. What the fuck's going on? It's like his movements, they're too erratic.
No, they link it back. They're like, he's on meth. Who invented meth? The Nazis. The Nazis use meth. No one in Australia is selling meth to him. He's a Nazi.
They trace it back.
Boom.
ScumCast.
And I'm also not a Nazi. Plenty of my family members were actually either survived prison camps or were killed. So, I mean,
Jewish.
Good times. No, they were not Jewish.
Big Jewish men.
Possibly Jewish, actually, down the line. Who knows? I do look a bit like that. And I have the intelligence.
You could be.
I don't know if I am.
Unfortunately.
Yes, they are. I don't want to say I am because I don't know. But I have a feeling that I am because I'm sort of from that area where, like, pretty prominent with Jewish people. So I could be.
Fair enough.
But no, they just killed us because we're Serbian. So
you're not pure.
we just weren't. Funnily enough, original Serbians before we were mixed with the Ottoman Empire, the original Serbians were all blonde hair with blue eyes.
Oh yeah.
And I have blue eyes genetics as well, so
yeah.
I just don't have
them.
blue eyes.
Yeah, fair enough.
Because of my fucking dominant genes.
Damn.
Bullshit.
Yeah, what a shame. That
fucking
all your ancestors.
So bullshit that I'm so dominant.
All your ancestors.
I hate being so dominant, bro. This dark hair, these dark eyes, this dark demeanor. You know?
I'm just a dark fella. I'm emotional. Wearing black all the time.
Sorry, I'm so dominant in every sport that I do.
I'm a dominant man.
Sorry when you look at TikTok, I'm so dominant in the podcast community. Sorry I'm so dominant in music without even releasing anything yet. But when it comes, I'm dominating the charts. Also, I dominate money. Since, you know what? My mom told me something today, which I'm gonna heed that warning. For a long time, I kept saying how I was low on funds, etc., etc. And she's like, you should probably stop saying that because like it seemed like whenever I was like, oh, I don't have money or whatever, all of these issues would come and like cause me like to lose more money. So from now on, I'm just gonna say I'm rich. I have money. I'm rich. Because like
you are technically,
yeah,
you're in the 1%.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
So like,
yeah.
Technically, you are.
Actually, yeah. And in Serbia, I own forests, so
yeah, there you go. Yeah, it's like
dominant.
Assets.
Oh, dominant.
Assets.
It's so funny. Do you know the thing is, if I was to cut out that piece of land that I have in Serbia and to put it in Australia, I'd be a millionaire, right?
Mm.
But in Serbia,
yeah, it doesn't mean anything because like
doesn't mean shit.
Land's not worth that.
But you know what the craziest thing is? The land over there is much more fertile and much more worth.
Yeah, it's just
the worth of it.
It's like,
but the worth of the country is nothing.
Yeah.
So the land means
you never
shit.
know. Like you never know how it depends like how Europe like.
Oh yeah, like for example, let's say I have all that land, and then out of nowhere, Serbia's economy just goes.
Unfortunately, I don't think it's gonna happen in your lifetime.
Probably not.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
But I don't think that land is a waste. Like you could turn that land into something. And like the other aspect about having that land is it's a forest infested area.
Yeah.
So the money isn't the land, the money is worth in the trees.
Oh yeah, you could start like a forestry and just like sell wood and shit. Yeah. Make some money off some wood. Yeah. Plant bare trees.
All that hard wood that I've got.
Plant bare trees.
Bare trees?
Bare trees, yeah.
Like bears?
Yeah, bears with the trees. Bears protect the trees.
That's what I'm gonna do. Like,
you can try and keep my wood, but
I'll tie like a few bears to like trees and shit.
Apparently, when like with our TikTok, apparently some people were saying bears as the like people that they could fight.
Oh yeah, I've seen that. No way, bro. Apparently, telling me I'm stupid for fighting a giraffe. You're stupid fighting a bear.
They were also saying that you could scare him away, but like that's not winning a fight. Like if you actually had to fight it,
he
would just like, kill you.
Cause if that giraffe looked at me, he would have fucking ran, bro. I'm telling you this, bro. Bro, I swear to God.
Bro, what you looking at, bro?
But yeah, the fight, the me and the giraffe is gonna be televised
in color.
It's also it's a
live event.
It's a promotional thing before the Ben Askren and Jake Paul.
Yeah,
it's a promotional thing before their fight. You know, because they're
in between rounds. Like you're an in between round show. You know, like Justin Bieber and Snoop Dogg are performing at that thing.
That's huge.
Yes,
but you know what I think they are
because the giraffe.
Yeah, with the giraffe. Me and the giraffe after the fight, me and the giraffe will sing together as well.
Yeah. In harmony.
Yeah, I think we're good for this week. Yeah.
Yeah. Are we ending on our segment of asking each other shit, or have you not got anything?
I have nothing, so you can ask.
I can ask you something because I actually only thought of it like just before you came.
Okay,
I forgot anyway.
No, I had nothing. I was just dry this week.
No, that's all good. So I thought of So essentially, imagine.
I'm imagining.
Imagine you and your family
are
on an adventure.
Mm-hmm.
And your adventure is, you're climbing a mountain.
Yes.
In the Alps.
Right.
Let's say in the Alps.
Which Alps, bro?
It gets pretty cold up there. It gets pretty cold.
Not for me, but
yeah, maybe not. But your family. But huge snowstorm happens.
Okay.
And you're freezing.
Right.
but you found a cave.
Okay.
You're there for a long while. Food runs out.
Who am I eating first?
What are you eating first?
Oh.
Anything. People in the family, yourself, parts of your body. What are you eating first? What are you doing to say? Are you sacrificing yourself, or are you saying fuck my brother? Are you saying, you know, what's going on and what's going on in your head?
I don't think I'd base it on let's kill the person. I think someone will die first.
And you're gonna gnaw on them.
Feast on them.
What if you say no one's dead?
Then we all die together.
So and you say like you're.
Yeah, I'd rather we all die together than eat my family.
Yeah, fair enough.
But if one of us was to die,
What if it was you alone?
oh, what would I eat first?
Yeah, would you start gnawing an arm off?
No, because you need your arm.
A leg? You need one of them as well.
No, I'd cut my ears off.
So ears first. You start eating ears, so you can't hear anything.
No, because you can still hear.
Oh, you probably can. Yeah.
But it'll be weird. It'll be
It'd
muffled because
like-
this is supposed to. This is supposed. The reason you have these weird things inside your ear is because it bounces off sound in a specific way for you to be able to hear shit, which is so crazy.
Interesting.
And
And then your nose next. That would.
fuck,
that
that's
lasts
gonna
you-
feed
that
me. Well, let's start with the nose because that's gonna feed me for a year, son.
Woo! Rasho Trisha was found still alive for 6 months up there. How did you do it?
Well, if you don't notice on my face, went with the nose. Thought he was going to last me a little bit. Seemed to last me a year. Good feed.
Just
Hey,
flat.
good feed.
It was good. It was pretty good.
Yeah, I'm Voldemort when I come back.
Yeah, you know, you just had it like a marshmallow over a fire.
Well, since you asked me the question, what would you do?
If it was my family, or
If it was your family, what would the situation be?
That's it.
I already know your answer.
Yeah, no, I mean my sister, boy.
Yeah, I knew it.
Gobble gobble.
I knew it.
She ain't surviving very long.
I mean,
unfortunately.
yeah, I think my sister would die off first as well.
Yeah, she and like me and my mom would be like, well, there's food for everyone.
Well, you know what the funny thing is? Like, I really feel like my sister would be the one to starve first. Because she loves food the most.
No, that's not how it works, unfortunately.
Yeah, no, it's your fat. No, but like, I've starved myself in so many situations for no reason.
I see. I would actually be a big problem because I have a very little amount of fat on me. So like, you'd survive way longer than I would. Like in that kind of situation.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
like,
I got a little bit more fat on me.
Yeah, and so I would. Yeah, I would.
I also am like, do you know, I explain it like this as well. Genetically, I think I'd survive a lot better than you. Also, just because I have generations of people that starved in my family.
Yeah, possibly. Yeah, who knows?
So I think like that could probably have something to do with like.
It might do.
Yeah,
I'm just a hungry fella, you know. Hungry.
I'm not.
I'm just a hungry hippo.
I'm a hungry hippo. That's one thing that people are also saying in the comments. They beat a hippo. No, you wouldn't.
Yeah, no, that's gonna fuck you up. Hippos.
Have you seen how fast they?
They
like,
also kill more than like everything. Like in Africa.
look, everyone's telling me, "Oh my god, giraffes kick giraffes." Bro, I think it'll be much easier to dodge an animal that's really big than an animal that's sort of your size and runs faster than you.
Giraffes run faster than you.
Giraffes run, but like they don't like run sideways. If you know what I mean, like they can't just.
Sure.
They can, but like it's more of like a turn. Like
I will be honest. I will be
honestly,
honest.
I'm gonna
a giraffe would fuck you up, but like I understand.
I have confidence in myself that I would somehow be able to outsmart the giraffe. That is the only reason I think I'll be able to beat the giraffe, because I think I'll be able to outsmart.
But like, what are you gonna do to it?
Tangle its feet and make it fall onto its face.
You wouldn't be able to hurt it.
Tangle its feet and make it fall into.
It would just get up.
While it's down, motherfucker, I'll kick that shit's head.
His head could still be up in the air if it wanted to.
If you take his front feet, it falls forwards. I've seen it happen when
but
the
then,
lions
and then he
took it
would
out.
just lift his head up because then you wouldn't be able to kick it.
Bro, you think I'm not able to fucking stomp its neck?
That neck is strong, dude. I don't know. Like,
That neck is strong, but someone's
and
stomping
then he'd
on
just
your
be able
neck.
to whack you with his head as well. Like he'd just be able to whack you with his neck.
No, not really.
Yeah, he would.
Depends on where I'm stomping on the neck.
I really don't think that you would fuck up a giraffe, unfortunately.
What if I just went for his dick?
Maybe that's because you know that hurts, whereas he doesn't know your dick hurts.
Yeah,
He doesn't know
exactly.
You got a dick. Maybe like imagine he falls over like this.
Or if it's a female.
I
Wait,
copped
hold
a
up, wait,
fucking-
no. I
copped a bad one. Like indoor. Like we played our indoor game every Wednesday. Like this last week was a fucking nightmare and a half for me. Essentially, I'm like charging back on this dude, trying to fucking block his shot. and I'm fucking putting all my effort into it. And he swings, and he shoots, he misses, but the swing of his foot and the follow through is unbelievably perfect. That he swings around and hits me straight on the dick,
which is way better than the balls.
Yeah, but the amount of power that was in it,
that hurt.
It was not possible for me not to just be like, oh shit.
And if it hits your knob, that's sensitive.
It wasn't. No, it was just my big fucking shaft.
Oh yeah,
big shaft in the way, you know.
Usually they miss the knob because you'll be next to my feet.
Yeah, I'm used to it. I use it. I just like a bit of extra power. But it was the most unbelievable. Like, it was the last thing I expected.
Do you know
because he swung so perfectly, and I was just like, and then there was like 5 minutes left and we were losing, so I was like, oh my god, I just want to die. But like, I kept running and I got through.
Do you know where I fit my knob? You know the reason I have such like a dent in my like feet right there, like, is because that's where I put my knob. Like, it's my little, it's my knob
your
pocket.
Bell end?
It's my knob pocket. Yeah,
where your bell end sits.
It's my knob pocket.
Your bell end. That's such
bell end.
That's where we're gonna end this podcast.
You fucking bell ends.
That's where we're gonna bell the end of this podcast.
Yep. Thank you for listening.
Jinx.
Padlock.
Under the roof. You can't speak for like 2 weeks. Haha. Unless I say your name 3 times. All right. This is us out. Bye.